if this is you, hard right, hard left, you'll want to watch this full video with easy, quick tips that will sort you out for your round. So let's get started. We are in sunny Florida in January, and I have a very, very special PGA golf professional and Golf Digest certified golf professional who is here with me, who's gonna sort out my hard right, hard left.
My name's Angello Collins. I coach out of Jacksonville, Florida. I'm a player development specialist. Work with a lot of collegiate players, professionals, and then high-end juniors, and of course, everyone's beginner golfer. So that's going to be Shayain today.
I am the ultimate beginner golfer. Okay, so that is what my practice looks like when I'm at the range. I'm very nervous. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, and that's usually typically where my ball goes when I've tried to play once kind of on a golf course in a charity day. So if that's happening at the range and this is going to make me panic, like what should I do?
First thing that I would say is you have your golf ball teed up way too high. You're losing quite a bit of distance because you're hitting it really high on the club head. If we look at where you're hitting it up here. So what we're going to do is let's push this down until we can get half of the golf ball above the club head. So usually that's about this far. We'll push that right about there. Now you might be looking at that thinking that's awfully low, but it'll be better.
Correct. Yep. So am I allowed to do that and then kind of just like gauge it before I swing?
Certainly.
Okay, great.
Yeah, usually, especially on the driving range, you're going to see 3 stripes on the side of the golf ball. Yep. Usually golf balls have some type of putting line on them. So if you just set them where they're parallel to the ground, and you want to try to line up the top of the crown, with that either that middle line or just, the line that's on the golf ball.
Okay.
So to get rid of the slice though, you're swinging over the top. So go ahead and set up to the golf ball.
What does that mean?
Yeah, so go ahead and set up to the golf ball for me. And then go to the top of your golf swing. Okay, so over the top means that our hands are moving this way to initiate the downswing. Okay, so we need our hands to start moving this direction, all right? And that's gonna line the golf club up with your right forearm. It's just important from there that we're rotating our body and shifting our weight to the left and getting into a good impact position. Yeah.
So the ball, half the crown above, cool. I close my feet. Okay, left foot kind of in line with the ball. Right foot, I'm nice athletic. I have the grip that I have. And now you're saying that I am coming from here and I'm coming this way.
Exactly. So that
and
club
I'm coming
head,
across.
Instead of moving this direction, is moving this direction, right? So we're going to allow the hands to drop. That's going to put the club over here. So when we rotate, go ahead and rotate, we can put, when we release that angle, we can put that on the ball square. Now what you see a lot with people who hit it to the right is these hands are in front of the golf ball at impact. Okay, so we're going to have to lose that angle a little bit earlier so that we can get the club into the ball.
And my weight obviously is on my left side because I can see my tippy toes up right now.
Exactly.
Naturally.
So when we swing, a lot of people get over the top because their weight doesn't shift.
So are they stuck? Like I'm stuck back here if I'm doing this? And then the only thing I can do is throw my hands?
Exactly.
So then I'm throwing my hands and naturally the path is going to come from that angle and go that way.
It's going to put a hard right hand spin on the ball if you're right-handed.
Okay. So again, to show the people, close my feet a little bit left, more right. I'm relaxed and I'm coming and I want to have my elbow come down and turn.
And rotate, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm new and, this might be a little bit foreign for someone that's brand new, this second time playing golf. Well, I'm at the range and trying to panic figure this out. Is there something that I can like lay on the ground to understand if my hands are going across, or like is there a club or a tee or just anything visually for the visual people to understand?
Yeah, just grab like a 5-iron that works, and just you're going to put this about a foot or a foot and a half outside of the golf ball. Okay, so let's just say like one shoe, a little bit more than one shoe from the golf ball. Okay. Yep. And then all that you're going to do is you're going to get your feet parallel, the toe line, parallel to the club on the ground. Okay. Like this? Exactly.
Okay, and so what I don't want to do is I'm here. I don't want to come across. I almost want to follow a little bit more of where this club is.
Yeah, so to give you an idea, we can put a couple clubs on the ground here, just to give you an idea. When we get the club moving downwards, this is actually the angle of the club when it's coming down. So go ahead and go to the top of your swing.
Okay, so I have my feet closed. I have my grip. I'm great. A little bit. Left foot doesn't move as much. I'm nice and relaxed. And now I am up on the swing.
Yep.
And?
So take a look at your club shaft here. When you start bringing this club down, look at that shadow on the ground. See how it's parallel to this club over here?
Yep.
All right, now if you get over the top like this, see how that angle is opposite of this, right? So when we get here, we need to rotate. We're responsible to deliver that club.
Okay. So if it was a pizza slice, if we looked at it like a pizza or a pie, I want the pie closest to me. I don't want my club to have the pie slice away from me.
Right.
So whatever happens, just try and this motion is what we're trying to kind of tell people to go towards.
Be careful of that motion though. So when you start bringing that down, this club head is going to start speeding up. We have to do that in order to get that square on the ball.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay. So should we just try a few and see what happens?
Yeah, let's try them.
Okay, so if I had one thing to pay attention to, don't bring my hands out.
Right.
Okay, that's the one thing.
The hands are gonna go backwards.
Okay, so let's just try that. Even if I do a half swing or whatever it is, I'm just gonna think one thing, hands come down, not out. So I'm here, I'm gonna nice and slow. Okay.
Great shot.
Decent.
Yeah.
It's not as far right as the first three. Okay, should we try a couple more?
Yeah, let's do some more. So we're teeing this up again. We're going to get that good tee height.
Okay, so I have my grip, close my feet, a little toesy to the left. I'm breathing, and my hands are going to come down. Ooh!
Okay.
That went straight, but it's skyrocket high.
Yeah, you got a little bit under the ball. Notice you're impacting in the ground before. That's a great sign of deceleration. All right, so when we make swing changes, we automatically want to swing slower. Go ahead and hit it.
Okay.
All right, don't hold back.
Don't hold back. Said no one to me ever.
There you go. All right, so that's automatically drawing now. Okay, which is the exact opposite
of what's happening before.
Yeah, so you hit a medium trajectory draw versus the super high cut. You can play golf with that.
Okay, for sure. So for all the new beginners who don't really know like any of those terms, maybe like draw and stuff. So essentially the ball's going completely to the right, which before, right? Was
so you have your straight shots to the right. Those are pushes. Anytime you're seeing curvature to the right, which is right-handed, by the way.
Yes.
Anytime you're seeing curvatures to the right, those are fades. If it goes really far right, they call it a slice, right? So if it's going straight left, that's called a pull.
Right.
And then if it's just curving to the left, it's called a draw. Anytime it's going hard left, straight left and curving, that's called a hook.
Okay. Yeah. So because I'm new, I'm probably going to slice most of the time. Let me try and kind of demonstrate what a hook looks like. What is like one thing that I just can think about for the ball not to go so far left that I can try here for the next 3 balls?
And focus on your body rotation, not so much what your hands are doing, okay? So we're gonna hold that, turn the body, rotate, and that's gonna hold your club face open.
Okay, so hold this kind of like that. So if I play tennis, this was a tennis racket, it's almost like I'm coming like that instead of going over, or even baseball, bunting in baseball, maybe.
Yeah, baseball.
Like
It's a great, baseball is a great analogy.
Look at that. Not me with analogies. Okay, so you're saying 10-finger grip. Close my feet, a little bit left, more right. I'm looking nice and strong because I'm strong. And then I'm going to stop and not down here. Okay, let's try it. So,
okay.
I bunted.
Yeah, you did. Notice that's like the anti-left shot.
Yeah.
That just kind of pushes that way.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so anytime
it's never gone that way before.
You can automatically push it off the other direction.
Sorry. I was going to
okay.
Not me trying to be the...
Yeah. No, you can do it. So yeah, anytime you start hitting it left, you can automatically hit the anti-left shot by having that bunting feeling.
Bunting feeling. Okay, so close my feet. I have a good foundation. Now I'm gonna...
Well, that's a great shot.
That's not bad for a bunt.
Yeah, no, you crushed it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, okay, let's try one more. That felt good.
Yeah,
I like the bunt.
That's a direct result of centeredness of contact, meaning we're making a smaller golf swing, but we're hitting it in the middle of the club face. And that spring effect, the MOI is higher over there, moment of inertia.
MOI.
Yeah.
Fancy.
So you're going to get more ball speed that way.
Ooh.
So go farther.
Okay, so still have my 10 fingers. Closing a little bit more. Do I look strong? Okay, great. Because I want to look strong, because I want the ball to go far. Okay. Bunt.
What a shot. Wow. That's really good.
I should play softball or baseball or something.
Yeah, MLB.
Here she comes.
MLB, that was good. That was really good.
That was very helpful. That, I think, made more sense in my brain of, that's okay if I'm too far in this area, but as long as I come and stop instead of continuing my motion
around
to the left, right? I was going around before. Okay. If you guys have any questions, as you always know, in the comments below, and all of the information about this incredible coach will be in the description below, which I've already said to you in the beginning. Make sure you follow, and if you already haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to both of us on YouTube and on Instagram. And any questions below, we'll be happy to help you out. Good luck. See you next time.